Good afternoon. I apologise, I won't be speaking in Portuguese today, but I will try and speak slowly. So any questions, please fire away. But just to introduce myself, Laurence Egglesfield. So I lead CSG's experiences practice. I have an amazing team here in Portugal, in Braga, who I'm very proud to be representing today. But today we're going to talk about personalised experiences. And I think it's fair to say everybody recognises that customer experience is a key battleground. It's been a key battleground for a long time. It's something which organisations always strive to be better at. As products get standardised, more consistent, we have to differentiate in different ways. And we've seen the massive growth of different digital brands that be the Amazons, the Ubers, the Just Eats, brands that pride themselves on that digital experience and that customer experience. But the reality is consumers haven't felt the same evolution of customer experience that we'd like them to have felt. They haven't felt that we've significantly improved. They haven't felt their call interactions are better. They felt they needed to hear more. And as I go through and think about some of the key things we've heard from IDC today about the importance of personalization of customer journeys, those elements really stand very true to me. And actually, COVID has really exposed that gap. For the last 2 years, we've been forced into the digital world, whether we wanted to or not. People who would rather go into a store had to buy online. Organisations had to quickly adapt to different ways of working, where the call centre representatives were working from home. And we made excuses. As organisations, we said, you're going to have to bear with us. Life is difficult for us as well. But that time and that excuse is gone. Consumers are no longer accepting that your digital-first strategy was difficult. They're now expecting you to be digitally ready right now. And that's a big challenge. It's a big challenge because it's hard. You all have a significant amount of technical debt in your organizations. You have existing platforms. You've had an explosion of data available to you. How do you differentiate when you've got this technical debt? It's hard because we all find it difficult to quantify what the value of customer experience is. So how do you build a business case for change when, in lots of ways, you perceive the made change is replacing a lot of your technology? And it's hard because you don't know where to start. So how do you make these changes when some of the organizations don't know where to start or don't know how to embrace a digital transformation? But most importantly, for me, is many organizations, because they no longer have the same level of interaction with their customers face to face, because they don't talk to them as much on the phone, they actually don't know when their digital journeys are broken. And this is all brands. I'm going to give you 2 examples that happened to me in the last 2 weeks. My daughter's mobile phone contract came up for renewal. I got a personalised message on my phone telling me they had a great deal for me. It was a purple iPhone. She loves purple. It was heavy on data. She loves data. It was the right price. It was cheaper. They told me to press a link. I pressed the link. I came onto a web page to press the upgrade button. I pressed it once. Didn't work. Pressed it twice. Didn't work. I'm technically fairly savvy and intelligent. I pressed it 5 or 6 times. Still didn't work. So I phoned the contact centre. And speaking to the contact centre, they said, yes, that's a problem. And I said, can I fix it here? They said, no, that's an online-only process. We can't fix it here. And you know it's a problem? Yes. Have you told anybody? No, that's not my job. A broken journey. The IT team might not have known about it. I was in the US. I was utilizing a digital-first taxi organization. One of a couple, I won't name them. I get them to take me to a very well-recognized hotel brand. I get a message on my phone directly afterwards. Would you like to link your loyalty with that hotel brand with that ride-share company? I'd love to. Press the button again. The same technical savvy person couldn't get that to work either. Again, another broken journey, but broken journeys on organizations that pride themselves on being digital first. And that can happen to any organization. How do you know your digital journeys are broken is a big challenge for organizations today, when we're no longer having the same level of face-to-face customer interactions. One of the things I loved about the IDC Future Predictions was it talked about how do we make our digital journeys feel like personal journeys? How do I personalize and make it feel like we're easy to work with? I love the fact it talked about making it easy to authenticate online, because that's all about making life easier for the consumer. And I love the fact it talked about personalization, because those are all absolutely critical challenges organizations are facing today. So the challenge is almost where to start. Where's the money? Well, the money is 2 or 3 places. I'll talk about digital channels shift, reducing their cost to serve our customers, making life easy. I'll talk about increased revenues through that personal engagement. My daughter's mobile phone example. I probably wouldn't have even thought about upgrading then. If they'd got it to work, they'd have got me for longer. But the fundamental piece here is, if you don't do it, you'll lose ground. If you don't make that digital shift, if you don't offer that enhanced digital experience in 2022 and for the next 5 years, you will lose ground. And therefore, the question is not, where is the money? The question is, why are you not doing it already? So I'll talk to you a little bit about our approach and what we think about how you win on digital experience. We've also heard today, again, about the explosion of data, the explosion of AI and machine learning. And I think it's really important that we recognize that actually experience is both human and machine. We can develop and build all those wonderful insights about our consumers, about ways of working, about what people want. We can get all that intelligence out of the data. But we also need to pair that with an understanding of how people think and be voice-centered. And it's a combination of those things, two things together, which is fundamental to our approach on how you win on experience. Coupling the insights you get from your customers, the insights you can gather from the information you have, with what to do with it and what do your customers want. And actually, what do your employees want as well? Let's not ignore the fact that experience is both consumer and employee. We want to work with both. So how do you win? Well, firstly, it's about time to value. In this day and age, it's about how quickly can we do these things? How quickly can we identify what are the challenges, where our journeys are broken, and why? Working out how we fix them. What do we do about it? What is our strategy? What is our approach? And then, how do we do it quickly? How do we make it real, in spite of the technical debt we all experience in our organizations today? in spite of the explosion of data, how do we sift through and work out what are the things we have to prioritize first? We can't do everything. We can't do it all at once. We need to work out what is important, what do we need to do, and how quickly can we do it? And with that in mind, I just want to talk you through some of the approaches we take. Up front, the journey analytics. How can you take information about your existing customer journeys, even if you don't view them as journeys today? How can you take information about your journeys and identify where there are bottlenecks, where there are problems, where things are broken, but also where things are working really, really well, and what matters? Coupling that with experience insights, voice-centered experience, human-centered experiences. What do your employees think? How do you engage with your employees to help them help you in your businesses? How do I engage with my customers to understand what they want and be customer voice-centric as well? To identify where the challenges are. Working out what you do about it, the experience design. What is the way your customers want to experience your solutions, and how do you change them? But coupling that with a journey strategy, leveraging platforms like CSG Exponent, a platform which enables you to take information from all your existing platforms to deliver you clear analytics about where things are broken, but also how you can potentially fix and address them. A platform that sits on top of your legacy platforms and your existing platforms to enable you to orchestrate your journeys as you move forward. And does it in a way which doesn't impact your existing platforms, but does enable you to communicate and also personalize and orchestrate and automate those customer journeys, those digital journeys, and provides valuable insights to you as an organization. But it's really important that you recognize one thing, and it's probably the one thing I want you to leave with more than anything else, which is experience is not a one-time thing. What our customers and consumers want today is going to change in a year's time. It might change in 5 weeks' time as your competitors evolve, as you as an organization evolve, as your products evolve. So it's really important this becomes an evolution and an iterative process where you're constantly evaluating how effective your journeys are. You're constantly looking at how can I improve the experience? And you're constantly looking at how can I actually be more personalized? These are things which become a cyclical thing, an evolution thing, but almost a way of work. And please recognize you need to listen to your customers, but also you need to listen to your employees, because the value they bring you, the insights they bring you, is really powerful when you think about digital experiences going forward. So I'm going to share a last few things we've done as an organization, but I'd like to thank you very much for your time tonight. Thank you.